Welcome back everybody, and thank you for tuning into this video. This week, I'm out in my garage because the house is too noisy, but that's okay, we'll make it work. And I've got a magnifying light out here. So that'll help us with what we're doing today because we're going to be cleaning some geodes. Now these geodes were collected about 2 years ago by me and my family over in the tri-state area. Depending on what geode it is, depends on the specific location, but basically they were all found in the tri-state area there. Now, I have not looked in this bag for probably 4 or 5 months, so I don't remember what's in here. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to actually get the bag and we are going to lay them out on the table and just see what we have. So, yeah. Okay, so here's all the geodes we have laid out here. Most of them are small, crystal quartz geodes, but then we've got a few special ones that I'll get into a little more later. Those 2 geodes up top there are actually uncracked geodes, so once I fix the geode cracker, we'll get to those later. What I'll probably do is I'll probably just show those first, but that'll be after I record this here and everything. You know, the magic of editing. That's basically what we got going on, and we're just going to clean these, and then I'll try to identify them all so you can see what we got going on here. Here's our second geode that we are going to be doing. This one, it's obviously a little bit bigger, probably about at least double the size. I know for a fact that this is a geode because it looks like it came from a creek. I mean, it's classic geode shape. So, if this isn't a geode, then I must not know what geodes are. We just cracked this geode, and instead of splitting, the bottom is kind of falling out on it. I'm gonna try and take this apart as best as I can, which wasn't very good, and then we're gonna look at it. So this is the geode we just cracked. As you can see, it's got the 3 layers. There's 2 layers of what appears to be the calcite, the white and the brown, but then you've also got a quartz outer layer right up against the crust of the geode. This geode did fall apart pretty bad. It's in about 4 big pieces. A lot of that has to do with the fact that this geode was very fragile. Well, I'm sure cracking it didn't help the situation any. But that's basically what that geode was. And so I wouldn't necessarily display something like this, but this is a good thing to keep around, you know, just to have a different type of geode and for you to remember all the different kinds of makeups there are. It's good for studying. So we will be keeping this geode for future reference. Let's fill this up part way with just water. We're not using any special chemicals this time. So basically, I've let these soak for a few minutes to really get in there and get some of this dirt loose. But we're just going to be using the toothbrush here. And yeah. If you guys have any questions about geodes and or more detail about where I went and found these, you can go ahead and ask that down below. I can be a little bit more descriptive down in the comments for those who want more information. Okay, so we got the first half of most of the really dirty geodes cleaned. And so now we're going to move on to the bigger, more prettier geodes, so to speak. A lot of these geodes coming up are the calcite type geodes. So I'm not really sure if I'm going to fully submerge them yet or if I'll just scrub them separately. Okay, so I opted not to clean the calcite geodes because I didn't want to risk damaging them by scrubbing them too hard. So those didn't get cleaned, but they still do look pretty good. What we'll do here is I've got my magnifying glass set up. I don't know if y'all can tell how magnifying it is, but it definitely makes a difference. I'll run it across the screen like this, do one of these spinny things, make it look all nice and cool, and I'll have the information on the screen. So let's get to it. So, that about does it for today's video. As always, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. I always appreciate the comments, and we'll make sure to respond to each and every one of them. Before we head out here, as you can tell, this was obviously the coolest geode today, but I do have many more where that came from. So if you're curious to see what else I have on the inside, make a recommendation down below, and I'll either do a collections video, or maybe I can even find a few others to work on. But that's it for now, so I will see you next time.